something that I've also been struggling with is like necessary assumption, sufficient assumption, kind of like when I see a necessary assumption, like I see like, okay, if the conclusion is true, then what must be true, if the conclusion is true. So something that bridges the gap between like, I guess, the premise to the conclusion. But then when it comes to sufficient assumption, it's like, what validates this conclusion that is drawn. And sometimes I'm like, sometimes I get confused on understanding. They seem similar to me. They seem really similar to me. Like, I don't know if you could explain it better. Like, I don't know. They just seem really similar to me because in the end, I feel like they're protecting the argument from not falling apart. But I guess I don't know. I don't know if you could explain it to me a little better.
Yeah, this is a common problem area, and I'm not going to go into all of it because I've done this several times before on the YouTube channel, but I will say that it's important to come at them from completely different perspectives, completely different approaches. They are both assumptions. They do both relate to gaps in the argument, but I would think of sufficient assumption as bridging the gap 100%, leaving no ambiguity at all. Necessary assumption does not necessarily close it all the way, but it's simply something that's required in order for the argument to work. And it's in the very name. Necessary assumption is required. Sufficient assumption is enough to guarantee it all the way. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.